чест ми е овој пат што имаме прилика да разговараме со амбасадорот на Европската унија во нашата земја, господинот Дејвид Гир, со кого ќе се осврнеме на малку поинакви теми, она што повеќе ги интересира граѓаните, нашата локална заедница пред се и се разбира пошироката јавност. Mr. Ambassador, welcome in Охрид. Thank you for your time to be part of this interview for OhridNews. На Охридско лето синоќа се одржа традиционалната вечер на Европската унија. ЕУ е спонзор 15 години на овој настан. Учесниците од Словенија, Мате Бекавец и Ирина Графенауер го донесоа Бах во езерот. Верувам дека уживавте во катедралата Света Софија во концертот. Како беше?
Well, look, Goran, thank you first of all for the invitation to appear on your show. You know, I've been in North Macedonia since last September, so it's 10 months, and this is my 5th visit to Охрид, which I think just shows what a great place it is and how much is going on. Yeah, and last night we had a really wonderful evening. This was part of, as you said, part of the Охрид Summer Festival, the regular European Union music night, and it was really beautiful. It took place in St. Sophia, very intimate, very personal atmosphere, with a great flautist and clarinetist who you've mentioned, playing together, talking to each other through music with a lovely audience. So it was a great pleasure to be part of that.
Овој настан е поддржан од Европската унија. Колку сте задоволни од соработката со Фестивалот Охридско лето? Како ќе продолжи таа војнина, кои се плановите?
We've been working now 15 years supporting the Охрид Summer Festival, which is a fantastic festival, really. Great opportunity to showcase both European Union but also art and the culture from here in North Macedonia. So we're very happy with the cooperation. The regular Europe night, the music night, I think is a great addition, and we very much hope that we'll continue doing that in the future, and you'll see me here regularly for the Охрид Summer Festival, as well as the rest of the year.
Кога сме веќе кај културата, колку успеавте да ја запознаете нашата култура, дали имавте можност можеби да прочитате некоја книга од некој македонски писател, да погледнете некој филм, концерт?
I've been really lucky because when we arrived, we immediately had a kind of deep dive into art, because at the residence of the EU, we put on 2 big exhibitions of local artists. We did it because we wanted to support local artists during the COVID-19 pandemic and also offer people an opportunity to come and see art in the garden in a safe space. And that's great because we were introduced not only to some of the greats of Macedonian art, so Peter Hadžiboškov, Stefan Manevski, Gazanfar Bayram, but also some new artists, Igor Tanevski, who did a lovely work on Охрид Lake, in fact, photographs from there. Monika Moteska from Prilep, Goran Ritevski from just around the corner in Struga. So a great range of artists that we've met and have been introduced to. Books, the main book I'm looking at the moment is Macedonian grammar. So trying to deepen that so I can actually also read Macedonian literature in the original, but it's going to take some time.
Спомнавте, ова е 5-та ваша посета во Охрид. Јас ќе издвојам една. Бевте тука на 27 јануари. Тогаш мислам ја имавте првата средба со градоначалникот на Охрид Георгиевски. На таа средба и во една ваша изјава минатиот месец бевте многу дециден дека е потребно да се направи се, да се зачува културното и природното богатство на Охрид заштитено од УНЕСКО. Кој е вашиот впечаток? Дали сме доволно свесни за потенцијалот и за светското наследство кое го има Охридскиот регион и дали правиме доволно да го заштитиме заштитеното богатство од УНЕСКО?
I mean, Охрид town and Охрид Lake, as you said, is a unique environment with a remarkable culture, remarkable biodiversity, a remarkable scenery and environment. And so the question is, it's under pressure, as many places are. It's under pressure from human activity. It's under pressure from climate change. So the question is, how do we go about preserving this unique asset, both for the people that live here now and for humanity, and also for future generations, because it's come to us as a gift from previous generations. And that's not easy. It's about doing a lot of different things at once to try and preserve what we have here. It means taking care to prevent water pollution. It means ensuring that building doesn't go wild, that what construction takes place respects the spirit of the place. At the same time, it means ensuring that there are jobs and opportunities for people living here, and you can see that there are. And UNESCO is very helpful in that, because what it's doing is it's setting some of the standards and describing some of the things that need to be done to preserve the lake, to preserve the town, drawing on international standards, as well as the EU's own standards on things such as water protection. We in the European Union are very active in supporting this, and we really want to see the lake and the town preserved for now and for future generations.
Делегацијата на Европската унија во Охрид поддржува и други манифестации, освен Фестивалот Охридско лето, еколошки акции, атлетскиот митинг Охрид трчат. Исто така имате редовна соработка со невладиниот сектор. Како ја оценувате соработката во сите овие сегменти, со сите овие организации?
I talked about the need to preserve and engage with this region, and you can't just do that by government. You need to bring in all the partners. So, of course, there's a role for government, there's a role for civil society, and many of the activities that you described, like the runs and other things, are about engagement with this place, engagement with the environment. There's also a role for business, and there's a role for ordinary people. So all of those players together can really help preserve the lake and the town. And that's why we very much support these activities, because it's a practical way of offering support.
Не цела година сте во Македонија. Какви се вашите впечатоци од досегашниот престој?
Well, I have to say that before coming, I had not visited North Macedonia, so I was a completely new vision, and it's been a real delight. It's a beautiful country. It's a really beautiful country. I'm surprised that it's not better known for its beauty. People are very welcoming and very warm and kind, and you see that time and time again. So it's really, for me, been an incredibly positive experience. I just want to go outside and tell everybody else that you really have to come and see this jewel.
Дали нешто ве изненади тука? Колку брзо се навикнавте на животот во нашата земја? Дали има нешто што лесно го прифативте, а нешто што се уште не можете да го прифатите?
I think I already touched a bit on that. I was surprised, and still am surprised, at the diversity that is here. The natural diversity, the cultural diversity, the sheer range of things that you can see here. On the negative side, I think there are two things which are really shocking. First of all, the air pollution in winter. If you're in Skopje and in quite a few other cities, it's shocking if you're not used to it. And secondly, you have this wonderful natural beauty, and you go out to some of these spots hiking, and what you come across is a landfill, rubbish, pollution, and this is totally dispiriting, and it's something that just has to be addressed. We have to make efforts to really protect this natural beauty.
Има ли амбасадорот Гир омилени места веќе тука? Кој е вашето омилено јадење во Македонија?
You know, great cooking depends upon great ingredients. What do you have here? You have in-season tomatoes, which are the best I've ever had. Peppers, from which you make the aivar, fantastic. walnuts, mushrooms in season, cheese from the mountains, great wine. So I can list different dishes, but the most important thing is that you have the basics which make for great food.
Вашиот работен распоред е прилично густ. Имате ли слободно време и како го користите?
Yeah, it's quite busy. There's a lot of people to see. There's lots to do. I think the two things that I probably do to relax, one is go swimming when I can, Охрид Lake as well recently, but also out hiking. Again, I told you that I love the countryside and the villages, and you see it best by just getting out and walking and experiencing it. Out with the dog, take the dog along as well, and you can have a beautiful day out here.
На 21 септември 2020 стапивте на функција тука во нашата земја. Тогаш изјавивте дека во текот на 4-годишниот мандат ќе работите со сите институции, со сите политички чинители. Како ви оди засегата соработка, имајќи предвид дека ова се комплицирани времиња, оптоварени од ковид кризата од една страна и застојот во евроинтеграцијските процеси од друга страна, што поприлично се одразува во секојдневниот живот тука во Македонија. Во тој контекст, што можеме да очекуваме од ЕУ и од вас како амбасадори, која е вашата порака до македонските политичари од власта и од опозицијата?
Well, without doubt, it's been a difficult time. COVID-19 has affected everyone. And I understand the disappointment that people feel at the fact that we've not yet been able to open negotiations on accession to the European Union. You know, people understand that the European perspective offers the best prospect for stability and prosperity, and so they want to get on with it, and that's completely understandable. But I think I should, you know, be optimistic and encouraging. Some good progress has been made by the different presidencies of the European Union to move forward on opening accession negotiations, and I'm optimistic that those now taken forward by Slovenia will be successful as soon as, you know, we want to see the opening as soon as possible. But it's also important to remember that the accession perspective for North Macedonia has never been in question. In fact, the principle that we want to see the Western Balkans as part of the European Union has been repeated by leader after leader. Now, all of that said, the most important thing, in addition to the efforts that we're taking to move forward on opening negotiations, it's really important to move forward on reform. This country, as every country in the world, is facing a lot of challenges. We have COVID-19, as you've mentioned. We have climate change and the green revolution. We have the digital revolution. We have younger generation which is leaving, and younger generation which wants jobs and wants to be able to invest in their own country. So all of these are challenges, and the only answer to those is reform. The EU path is one of reform, and every step that's taken in European Union reforms is a step towards the European Union, but is also, most importantly, in the interests of citizens. So what is the key message? It's really exactly what you say, the first message that I passed here, that it's very important, given that the country wants to move forward on its European perspective, it's very important that all parts of the political spectrum, across the political divide, all parts of society work together to take these steps forward on reform in the interests of citizens, but also because North Macedonia will become a future member of the European Union.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much to be part of this interview, and thanks again to take a time to be our guest.
It was a real pleasure to be here, and I just ask if next time you could arrange that the weather is not raining, but a lovely, glorious Охрид sunshine.
We'll try.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.